pretty good at this, little girl.
Well, watch and learn, little boy.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Clueless cast. Where are they now?
It's got love between two guys.
For a girl who still carves pumpkins, you know how to have fun.
Cool, yeah. If it ain't broke.
For this list, we'll be looking at whatever the cast of the classic 90s comedy has been up to lately. After you watch the video, why not go rolling with your homies into the comments below and let us know what you think. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10. Wallace Shawn. You might not recognize the name Wallace Shawn, but we would find it inconceivable if you told us you didn't recognize the face.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
His credits are too numerous to mention, given that he's been working consistently since the 1970s. And although Shawn is primarily a character actor, he's still recognized for a number of those characters. Perhaps none more so than Vizzini in The Princess Bride, which was 8 years before he became debate teacher Mr. Hall in Clueless.
It's a little off the subject of Haiti, but tolerance is always a good lesson.
He continues to pop up in numerous projects, although his most prominent recent role has been as Dr. John Sturgis on Young Sheldon.
I'm usually the one giving the tests, but today I'm taking one.
Number 9. Justin Walker. Clueless was Justin's film debut, and what a way to start your movie career, playing Alicia Silverstone's object of adoration, until Cher realizes he's gay.
You notice how wine makes people want to feel like sexy?
Well, that's okay.
I'm actually getting tired.
The role obviously got him some notice, and he did work a little over the next 10 years in TV and movies. However, besides a short film in 2010, the last thing he did on screen was a really low-budget film called Takeout in 2005.
I would think you of all people would appreciate such patronage.
Yuck.
Since leaving the business, Justin has owned Teddy Teetle's Grill in California, and he is currently a partner and the CMO of Draftster.com, a fantasy sports betting site.
Thanks, man. You got my mark. You are a down girl. I'll call you tomorrow.
Number 8. Jeremy Sisto. Jeremy played Elton, who, like most guys in the 90s, had a crush on Cher.
Me and Ty, we don't make any sense, right? Me and you? Well, I mean, it makes sense.
He didn't get the girl he wanted in the film, but Sisto has been getting plenty of great acting work in the last 25 years. Depending on your viewing habits, there are many things you might recognize Sisto from. You might remember him from his role as Brenda's brother on the brilliant HBO show 6 Feet Under.
I'm so lost inside. I wish that I could get out. I don't think I ever will.
Or maybe you remember him from his 3 seasons on the equally great original Law & Order. He also played the dad in the short-lived and underappreciated ABC sitcom Suburgatory, and is currently starring in another Dick Wolf production, FBI, on CBS. You may recognize his voice as King Runard in Frozen 2 as well.
Grandfather?
Magic makes people feel too powerful, too entitled. It makes them think they can defy the will of a king.
Number 7. Elisa Donovan. Elisa is the reason we were all making a W with our fingers and saying whatever in the late 90s and early 2000s. Post-Clueless, Elisa was on a few episodes of Beverly Hills 90210, and she reprised her role for the short-lived Clueless TV series from 1996 to 99.
Excuse me, but this class is for real actors. Are you sure that you're supposed to be here? Amber, I know that you fake things many times, but when have you ever acted?
She followed that up with 3 seasons on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
For a girl who still carves pumpkins, you know how to have fun. This is the greatest party of all time.
Oh, you said that before.
Yeah, but this is one of the rare times that I'm being sincere.
Donovan was working in TV and movies for years, but hasn't been seen on screen since 2017.
Was I the only one listening? I mean, I thought it reeked.
These days, you can find her blogging about parenting for People magazine. She has an 8-year-old daughter with her husband, Charlie Bigelow. Number 6. Breckin Meyer. Skateboarding stoner and tardy award winner Travis was Breckin's breakout role.
I'd like to thank my parents for never giving me a ride to school, the LA City bus driver for taking a chance on an unknown kid, and last but not least, the wonderful crew at McDonald's for spending hours making those Egg McMuffins, without which I might never be tardy.
Following the release of Clueless, Meyer continued to get plenty of film work, from Go to Road Trip to Garfield.
What am I gonna do with you?
Love me, feed me, never leave me.
In the early 2000s, he also got starring roles in a few sitcoms that, unfortunately for him, never even made it to season 2. Meyer is good friends with actors Ryan Phillippe and Seth Green. The three have a production company together, and Breckin has received a few Emmy nominations for his work on Robot Chicken.
Don't skimp on my umbrellas. You know what they say? Let a smile be your umbrella. Well, my face is a big letter T.
Number 5. Donald Faison. If you came of age in the 90s, you probably thought when you saw Faison on Scrubs, hey, that's Murray from Clueless.
Look what he's done to his head. Can you believe this?
Lawrence's hair. Alright?
It's the bomb.
You know what I'm saying? You look good. As will you.
Whereas if you came of age in the 2000s, then anytime you see Donald in anything these days, you probably think, hey, that's Dr. Turk from Scrubs.
It's got love between two guys.
And some of those other things you may have seen him in include multiple episodes of Showtime's Ray Donovan and TV Land's The X's. Faison also had a role in Emergence, and we have another Robot Chicken connection.
Awesome! It's like a dream!
Number 4. Paul Rudd. Rudd had done a little TV, but his role as Josh, Cher's former stepbrother and eventual boyfriend, was his film debut.
Shouldn't you go to school on the East Coast? I hear girls at NYU aren't at all particular.
You're funny.
Paul used that Clueless momentum to get role after role in movies, and made a name for himself mostly in comedy, from Wet Hot American Summer to I Love You Man, with a stint as Phoebe's eventual husband on Friends thrown in for good measure.
You're so kind, you're so generous. You're so wonderfully weird. Every day with you is an adventure.
Recently, Rudd has seen his star rise even further with his casting as Ant-Man, and his entrance into the behemoth that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Cool, yeah. If it ain't broke.
Number 3. Stacey Dash. Stacey followed up the movie by reprising her role as Dion in the Clueless series, and has worked quite a bit in TV and the movie since. You might have caught her on one of her episodes of Single Ladies, or seen her playing the mayor in Sharknado 4.
Hello? That was a stop sign.
I'm sorry, I totally paused.
What's going on? Why are we stopping?
Can't make it to the evac zone. Ma'am, we need to get you to the shelter immediately.
You know whose fault this is, right?
While she continues to work, the last few years have seen Dash in the news for reasons outside of her acting. In 2012, after voting for Obama in 2008, Dash switched her party affiliation to Republican and announced she was voting for Mitt Romney.
And, you know, really bring up our economy, make money.
She also supported Trump in 2016. In 2019, she was arrested on charges of domestic battery over a fight with her then-husband, Jeffrey Marty, although the case was thrown out.
Sir, please, is it at all possible for you to give her a pass on this one?
Number 2. Brittany Murphy. Murphy played Ty in the film.
Would you look at that girl? She is so adorably clueless. We've got to adopt her.
The ugly duckling outsider who becomes Cher's pet project was a big break for Brittany, and she saw her star slowly rise after the release of the film. She starred in a number of movies, did some TV work, and was the voice of Luann Platter on King of the Hill.
This isn't fair. I'm not a self-proclaimed genius, so I don't always have as good an answer as you do.
But it was her role in 8 Mile that brought her the most critical acclaim and recognition.
You asking me out on a date, Jimmy Smith Jr.?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
Why don't you take me somewhere now?
Unfortunately, in 2009, Murphy died of pneumonia. She was only 32 years old. Her final role was in the film Something Wicked, which was posthumously released in 2014. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Alicia Silverstone. As if you didn't know that Alicia was going to be number 1. Sure, she was Batgirl and Batman and Robin, but Silverstone will always be Cher to us.
Totally based on my powers of persuasion. You proud?
She first came to many people's attention when she starred in a bunch of Aerosmith videos, often alongside Steven Tyler's daughter Liv. In fact, director Amy Heckerling cast Alicia after seeing her in the video for Cryin', amongst others. The success of Clueless made Alicia a star, which led to her casting as Batgirl and a multi-million-dollar first-look deal with Columbia TriStar.
You're pretty good at this, little girl.
Well, watch and learn, little boy.
While she never reached that Clueless level again, she has worked consistently ever since, and has both TV and movie projects in the works.
Are you afraid? You should be. Because your life is never gonna be the same without me.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
You're all alone, but you just won't let it